Hey guys, let's learn how to play now. So just to have an idea, this is a small game which was developed in the year 1971 in a small suburb in USA called Cincinnati. Okay, so let's see how many players we need and what are the rules and all for this game. So the minimum players that we need to play this game are 2 and the maximum that we can play up to 10, right? So let's see how we can play this game. So we have something called power cards. So swap hands, then wild, +4. These are power cards, and we always have 4 colors in the set, which is blue, red, green, and then yellow. Right. So again, in every set you see 0 to 9 numbers along with something called skip, which is on the left side, and the right side you see something called reverse, and you also have +2 in every set in every color, right? So what you have to do is you have to distribute 7 cards for how many of our players are playing in the game, and then you have a deck where you open a card and then start playing in the clockwise direction, right? Any person who has to play, say for example, if the open card is 8, the next person who is playing this card should make sure the color is matching, or you can play any of the other colors 8, which means you can only match the number or probably match the color. So you can play any card from the blue, which means you can also play with your power cards along with your +2, skip, and then reverse. But if, say for example, someone plays a reverse on 8, you can obviously counter that with another reverse of any color. It can be red, it can be green, it can be yellow, right? So +4 can be played on any color card or any number on the deck, right? So if you apply this card onto the game, next person should be basically picking up 4 cards from the deck, and the guy who apply this card will get option to choose color out of these 4. And wild is a power card, which means, say for example, the card that you're handling, if you don't have yellow to play with, you can apply this card if you have this in your deck or in your hand, and then choose out of these 4 colors, which means the next turn that you get, you can play the card which you have in your hand. So technically the end vision of this game is to basically finish all the cards in your hand as soon as possible. Whoever finishes first will win the game. And small new version of cards will have this card called swap hands. What will happen is if you see anyone in the game having less number of cards, you can play this card and then skip or basically swap your cards with the person who's having less number of cards, and then you can again continue playing. So technically you're trying to minimize the number of cards in your hand by swapping with the person who's having minimum number of cards, right? So the end point is you have to finish your cards. Whoever finishes first will win the game, and the rule is you have to make sure you tell when you have the last button card. If you have 2 cards, when you're playing the second card onto the deck, you have to tell otherwise everyone in the game will be telling caught, and you have to pick 2 cards from the deck and you have to continue playing it. And that's it guys, happy gaming.